Oh shit!
I'm actually.
Hello, Coach's Corner, Week 8, last week of the regular season. A lot of things going on in the league so far. Sneak's still sad over there. No
I am
camera for
sad.
him. Yeah, he is sad. Brock's looking a little happy as well, but
Why would I be sad when I'm in a win-and-in situation, maybe?
yeah, I mean, if you win, you're in the conference championship, right? Last.
Yeah, we probably have to win that one too. But you know, hey, 3-4 after starting 0-4, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely step forward for Space Force, especially since they were defeated for a little bit in the season. Now they're on a 3-game winning streak. UCA, my team, we need to win, beat App State to make it in the conference championship. A lot of games that will, or the games this week will decide who makes in these conference championships. I gotta look at the scenarios. So if UCA wins against App State, we make it into the conference championship. App State beats us, they make it in. If Endemo wins against Virginia State and we beat App State, then they're in against us. And if Virginia State wins against Endemo or App State beats us, then they're in the conference championship in the Capital Southwest. And then Central Frontier UVU has a lot of options to make it. I'm not going to read all that, but Space Force needs to win, Erie needs to win, and Creighton needs to win, and UCO to beat UVU, and Erie to beat Space Force. So a lot of games going on with a lot of implications on the conference championship. None for NSU. Anyways,
Well, fun fact that I Am Sad is from a KU game, so you can get me there.
True. All right, well, heading into our next segment, as we always do, head coaches interviews. haven't interviewed this guy, or haven't done this guy as a guest yet, but we've been obviously thinking about putting him on for the past like 4 weeks, but he just hasn't been available. But now we have him, Coach John of Lake Erie, here, on Coach's Corner for the first time as a guest picker and the interviewee. Coach John, earlier in the season, Lake Erie, I'm pretty sure you guys were like 1-2, right? Y'all.
Yes.
Well, let me see. 1-2.
We were
right?
1-2.
1-2. Yeah, y'all were 1-2, but then went on a crazy winning streak, and then you took I think your third loss last week against Space Force, right? No, not Space Force. Fuck. Who is it against? Shit. UVU. Yeah. Going into this crucial game against Space Force, what's kind of the mentality and mindset you got going in there? You don't have to say any of your game plan. Obviously, Barack's here, but
I'm listening.
I mean, the mindset is to win. We're not gonna let being last game, we were also winning in there. We're not gonna let any of the nerds get to us. We've been in this situation before. We've lost every single time. So we've been here before. We've lost here before. So we know what it feels like to lose. So I guess we have nothing to lose, and that's a great mentality to have. Just something with nothing to lose, especially the first year OC, young team. So we're feeling pretty good, and like I said, nothing to lose.
Yeah, and I know you're probably not thinking about next season, but announced this week, y'all will be transitioning into Furman University for next season. Another purple team added to the RFCL. One got eliminated and one got added, so still 2 purple teams. But what went into the decision of going or rebranding to Furman for next season?
There's another green team, so I'm like, screw off WAD, make another damn green team. I'm just gonna finally rebrand because I got tired of all the damn green.
That's fair. There is a lot of green.
Although WAD did rebrand a green team into a green team, so net neutral there at least.
For sure.
Yeah, net neutral. I was planning on rebranding a green team anyway, or to Furman anyway, so I just made an excuse.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Dude. Well,
Bro needed a scapegoat.
I needed a reason to get rid of it. He wanted to kill the mean green rivalry.
I know, it's fine, WAD, dude.
Turn the music down. Is it really that loud? Okay, hold on.
A little bit.
Sorry, guys. It's at
Well,
5 out of 100 on my player, so I can never tell.
That's fair. Well, John, are you going to have a full staff for this game, or is it just going to be your coordinators?
That's their choice. If they want to show up, they will. I'm not going to give you any insight, of course. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know who you're going against. You know who you're going against.
Yeah, no, I don't know who'll be there, but my staff did say they'd be there, so.
All right.
Prepare.
I got nothing else for this guy. I'm ready to get into the next thing, but if you guys got anything else, shoot away. But all I got is fuck you, John. Piece of shit.
Damn.
It's kind of mean, man. Why would you say that?
That's not mean. It's just
Yeah, it is.
No,
Why would you say that?
It's not.
He's quoting someone.
Yeah.
Typical UCA head coach.
Well, at least I'm not on a 4-game losing streak.
Listen, that's not all the defense's fault. That's also the offense's fault. So
it's a little half and half here.
Sound like Liam right now.
not half and half at all.
Well,
No, it didn't
So what
help
are you saying,
that
Sneak? What are you saying?
it didn't help that TB12 got hurt. So
That's
I mean,
true. That did happen.
part of our
Yeah.
plan kind of got toasted.
What about the other 3 games? Let's do 12.
The other 3 we played App State, so obviously defense can't really do much if they're getting tired and fatigued on the field. Lake Erie, I wasn't there, and then UCA, that was a really, really close game, but the offense was dormant.
True. All right, well, let's go into these next segments. Pick standings. It's a lot uglier of a graphic because I had to add so many boxes. But going into the final week of the season, I'm still last, but still by one now. I'm 19-16. We all have winning records, so that's something to be proud of. But
Mine's the best though.
Brock's in
Hey,
there.
God damn it, I'm
20-15.
consistent.
And hey, Brock is consistent. Oh, He's 20-15, and Sneak sitting there at 24-11.
Back-to-back 4-1s.
Only possible way Barack can win is if Sneak goes 0-5 and Barack goes 5-0.
Well, I mean, are we going to do it to
I
where
guess
it's going to
conference
go
championships
into...
and playoffs too. But
Okay,
like,
we're going to
the
carry
thing
that
is,
over?
though, is like, imagine that UCA makes the championship, you guys get an extra game. Or like, I'm just saying.
I mean, those games count towards the overall record anyway. So why not
Yeah,
make it a
well,
seed for our
let's
overall
say-
record
you know,
here?
say-
Don't forget the bowl
Oh, there
games.
are bowl games. That's true.
Yeah, don't forget about Space Force could make the championship game as
Oh, yeah,
well,
true,
so that would be only Sneak being able to. Well, Sneak would be able to pick 2, and then we'd be able
Space
to
Force
pick 1.
making the championship is
you
like
could just
if
get both wrong.
Tooth Fairy came down and.
This is true. We could also do it to where it's like, you know
Yeah,
how
but
like
I'm
college
not.
hoops works, to where it's like regular season champion, and then you end up having like through the conference tournament to determine like the conference tournament champion. We could do it that way.
We'll figure it out. But
Any way that we can end up screwing over Sneak and the fact that he has a 4-game lead as works for me. I just want to see him lose.
this was
Well, you're not going to because I'm just too good.
Okay, well, I know we'll see one person lose the Northwestern State Demons. That's
All right. All right.
All right. This was revealed
And you're-
earlier today. Rankings for the final week of the season. App State jumps back to number 1. Virginia State hops UCA after we lost Endemo. Endemo shoots to 4. Lake Erie at 5. Utah Valley coming into the rankings at 6. UCO at 7. And Space Force gets into the rankings, I think, for the first time this season.
Let's
at
fucking
8.
go. Let's fucking go.
But I feel like the top 3 here are very interchangeable because VSU beat App State, UCO beat VSU, or UCA beat VSU. So I feel like all 3 of these teams up here are very interchangeable. But it gets really wacky towards the bottom. There's a lot of green.
Well, I intend to make it wackier, so.
Depending on what happens, I mean, Utah Valley and UCO is also a really big matchup. So, like, whoever wins that game will have a higher chance. If UCO literally has to win, or else they're not making anything. Because they even if they lose, there's no, or like even if they win, they're not guaranteed in the conference championship. 'Cause they
Yeah,
have,
the
like,
thing,
3
the teams that I
losses.
think that are in trouble for, like, if they lose this game, and obviously they're out of the conference championship game, and then playoffs,
The bottom 4
I think
teams, literally.
I would even say Endemo's kind of in the hot seat as well.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
If VSU
I mean,
beats
if you-
them, I mean, they have pretty quality wins. But I mean, if they lose this game, they're 3-5. Then it's like, oh my god.
Right.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we could potentially see a 3-5 team in the playoffs this season, or a 4
Yeah,
or a
well-
4-4. Is what I meant.
If they make it in it.
I think you're definitely getting a sub 500 team in the playoff.
Yeah.
No, they'd be
100%.
4-4 if they lost.
Yeah.
4-4,
I think
4-5,
4-4.
like
I
losing in the
think 4-4,
championship game.
4-5 maybe could definitely squeak in as like the 6 seed or maybe a play-in game. But yeah, NMO is pretty good team, but like it's just those early losses really are hurting them. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a really interesting play, or how it plays out is gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I haven't put too much thought into this because all I need to do is play the game in front of me, so I don't really care about the
Because
rankings.
all
I just gotta win.
all 8 of these teams play each other this week. The other 2 games are unranked games.
So we probably won't see anybody drop out of the poll then.
Yeah, maybe not. But like, say like Creighton has a good game maybe, or NSU has a good game, then maybe they could squeak back in. But
Yeah, we shall see.
We'll see.
We're pulling a Space Force, lose 4 straight, and then win the last game of the season.
Well, you're
Space
actually
Force last
pulling a season, 5-4, to where Space Force collapses in the end of the season. So this is the invert. We are doing the inverse of what we've done. You're doing exactly what we're doing, and that's kind of gross that you're copying us. I'm just saying.
Copycat, what the hell?
Listen, dude, I just gotta follow greatness. What do you mean?
Turn down
Hey, they
music,
need you to
Bucky.
turn the music down.
Again? Bro,
I'm just muted
it's
at this
really
point.
Not, I mean, I guess like it's really not that loud. I don't think. I'll put it at 1. Holy.
T-Man's a great.
I mean, I'll put the desktop audio down. How about that?
I
How
think
about that? I'm probably
I
just
think
away.
it's him, but-
Hold on. Okay, I'm loud now. Okay. Let's get into first picks of the game. I didn't really organize these things, so y'all are gonna see my OBS. I'm gonna like hop around, but first game, Creighton versus Montana. Both unranked. Creighton has been ranked pretty much all season, and final week of the season, they're sitting at 3-4.
They can't hear us now.
They can't hear us now.
I would just
Buck,
kill
I
the music.
cannot hear you.
Just kill the music and.
I think T-Man is just stupid. Cause I
T-Man
turned
is-
the, cause I turned the. I mean, you guys are literally. I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Juan
he's
said I
fine.
can hear you fine. What
Yeah,
the
all right,
hell?
user error.
Fine, yeah. Okay. Is the music too loud, Wad? I'm taking opinions from Wad, and that's it. Okay, and I never had an issue. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Well, sorry to derail it. My bad.
Okay, anyways, both these teams had a rough season. Creighton had so much life. They were top 3 at one point, and they looked like, they were poised for the playoffs, but they have been on a little bit of a losing streak down a slippery slope, and I think it's too far to recover now. But Creighton sitting at unranked. Montana also unranked. T-Man still looking for his first win as a head coach. Their only win came in when Kepler was their head coach against Space Force. So, I mean, the matchup didn't really have any implications, but what do y'all think about this matchup here?
I mean, it's been kind of funny to see the absolute meltdown that has been Creighton ever since Pars announced that he's coming back. Because I mean, what is it? He was 3-1 while he was still on his retirement tour, and now he's 3-4.
It's fun
Now that
fact,
he's,
not too far to recover. You said. We'll see. We'll see. Can y'all still
He
make the
needs a
conference
lot of
championship? Because if y'all can, then it's like, oh, you can still make the conference championship.
They
Never
need a
mind.
UV.
Never mind. Creighton has to win here, but
Creighton has to win, and
because-
they also need a shit ton of help.
Creighton's they need UCO to beat Utah Valley, which it could happen, and they need Erie to beat Space Force, which also could happen. So, I mean, if they have stuff to go their way, then we'll see. But yeah, I guess some playoff indications for Creighton. They gotta win this game, and they gotta have stuff go their way to make conference championship, and then they have to win that, and then they'll have a slight chance, or not probably a slight chance, probably a pretty big chance of making the playoffs as like that 6th seed, as we were talking about with like that 4-4, 5-4 record. But yeah, going to the pick sneak. Who we thinking is going to win this game?
So I'm gonna stick with the logical choice here. I'm gonna go with Creighton. I think that Montana hasn't really figured anything out yet. I know it's a fresh start for T-Man, being a first-year head coach midway through the season as well. It's a lot of work, a lot of things you have to learn, and I don't think that he really has it all figured out yet. He'll get there soon, but I just think that especially with how overpowered Creighton is, it's just going to be too much for him.
I would like to say Creighton's going to win this game. I would like to take, the easy, logical decision and say, Creighton's just going to breeze this one by because their team's good. I think T-Man has a chip on his shoulder this game. No one thinks he should be in the head coach spot right now because he hasn't won yet as a head coach. All right. I think that he's going to come in here, Uncle Rico's going to kick some ass, and Montana is going to get their second win of the season. Creighton's going to freaking get eliminated. That's about it.
Sorry, I just died at T-Man's comment.
It's on site,
Sorry,
Reggie.
Yeah, T-Man, the hate train does not stop at Snake. So, I gotta say, Creighton has been skidding, but I feel like Creighton still has a lot of what they end up needing in order to win games. I don't really think that Montana's figured out how to get close to winning a game. So, give me Creighton.
I have to say something. T-Man, is Josh Allen starting or is Uncle Rico starting? They're basically the same person, but like, I don't really care. I'm still picking Montana. Anyways, oh shit. No! Okay, hold on, wait. No! It looks bad. Guys, I'm sorry. There we go. Fixed it. Boom. Alright, John, go ahead, pick up.
Amateur hour.
Alright, so Creighton coming into this game, they're a wounded animal here, and I love Tanmay. He's my boy. I expect him fully to come out here and compete. But has he competed these past couple weeks? No. So I'm going to pull some reverse psychology here for my boy Tanmay and pick against him and pick Creighton.
Okay, you can't.
Hopefully Tanmay
You
will come out
can't
with
mention the
win.
fact that
You can't say that you're
Reverse
going
psychology.
0-5 and then say, oh, I'm doing reverse psychology.
John out here pulling a season 2 Blake.
Hey, Tame, if you don't win, you're fired.
I
Coach
fully
John
believe that Tanmay should
definitely
be a
is
head
the
coach, by the
guy.
way.
Coach John definitely ends up going like, "Wow, you got a perfect game to his pitcher who is perfect through 8 innings." So I'm just saying that.
All right, well, most people think Creighton's gonna win. I think Montana's gonna win. I think T-Man's got it in the bag. It's too
this
easy.
is why you're in last place right now.
Bucky is still upset that he lost to Creighton. No, I'm not. I just think
Imagine
Montana's
losing
gonna
to
win.
Creighton.
He's fucking hell. Fucking hell, guys. Imagine being on a 4-game losing streak.
Couldn't be me.
You could. I mean, you could. Yeah, like you were.
Hey, Brock,
you were
about,
at one
about
point.
that
Yeah.
8-inning joke. It's 7 innings in high school, so technically that is a full game and overtime.
Oh.
And overtime. Extras, you mean?
Extras,
No,
overtime.
overtime.
Overtime, baby.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know high school inning rules.
Next
Love
game.
How love how Bucky threw out a insult towards something that I honestly don't care about anymore. My season's over. You think I give a shit? My standards right now are very low.
I'm
for the RFCL
19.
season.
Puberty voice
I'm-
crack. What?
I'm looking at these pick standings, and you're in last place, sir, and this is why.
Well, I got a postseason to look forward to, and you don't. Maybe not actually. I don't know. I could lose out.
He's got a bowl game.
I
That'd be
hope
really
you do.
funny.
I hope you're a one and done, dude. Wild card round.
That's just like every season. Anyways, next game, Northwestern State on a 4-game losing streak, out of the rankings for the first time this season. Definitely a fall from grace against Mercer, who's had a they've had a season. They've had a season for sure. Tale of not being able to get anything done on offense. Both of these defenses have played pretty well throughout this season. NSU's offense looked great the first couple weeks, but then fell off. Mercer's offense never got going. So, I mean, this literally could go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that something that needs to be mentioned is Mercer's point differential. Like, they're
Yeah.
not bad. They're just not good at winning. And obviously wins are the most important stat. That's why they're 1-6. But what? Let me
Their point
let me pull this
differential
up.
is -46.
Yeah, and then if you end up dividing that over what, 7 games?
It's like 10 a
6. They
game,
lost
6 a
6.
game. Their division point differential is -12.
Yeah. it's insane to
It's
see
like this close.
how close they are to actually getting into the win column in their divisional games, but I don't know. This is interesting. You have a wounded team versus a team that can't quite seem to not Nebraska. So
Yeah. Alright, well, getting the picks here, Sneak's just gonna have to watch. It's gonna be a game for sure. NSU, they gotta figure something out on offense. TB12 is injured. I don't even know who your backup quarterback is, Sneak. Who is it?
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison. Okay.
sounds like he peaked in band.
Sounds like peaked in band. And I'm picking Mercer. Let's go, Mercer! Yeah!
Yeah, I will say, while the Mercer hate train has been so fucking fun, it's over. Give me Mercer. They're going to kick the shit out of NSU.
Expecting a lot,
firstly,
Beaver, bro. Expecting a lot out of Beaver.
Well, I'm expecting you guys to suck rather than them to do well.
That's fucking outrageous.
So, I'm sorry, Sneak, but I'm gonna be picking with you guys today. NSU by a landslide. Mercer can't score a point for the life of them. Okay, NSU at least has a history of offense and a great defense. Mercer lost Zell, their defensive coordinator. NSU is gonna win by 50.
DYCP though.
Hey,
DYCP.
Hey, guess who just boarded the bus, bud? Fuck Mercer.
Fuck Mercer bus. Give it revved up. Actually, it's actually.
Guys, broken down on the side of the interstate. It's over, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, John. I'm making that a fucking gif after this stream. That was fucking insane. I can't lie. Okay, Team Mercer, one NSU for John. The rest of these games, the rest 4 of these games are all ranked matchups. So we actually have to take them seriously now. No, we don't. I'm not gonna take this fucking seriously. But first ranked matchup we're going over. Utah Valley kind of turned around their season a little bit. I think they were sitting at 1-2, maybe 1-3 at one point, and now they're sitting at 4-3. I think so, maybe 3-4. I'm trying to think. I gotta pull up the sheet. I'm very stupid. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Or you could be like every other picking show and actually have the records in the graphics.
Should I address it?
I mean, I'm not a graphics guy, so I'm not gonna do too much shit. I will
4-3.
Right,
they are 4-3. Okay, Utah Valley sitting at 4-3. Yeah, they've had a little, comeback to the season. EC Bucky, their quarterback, had a terrible first start of the season. They had like 10 picks in 3 games, but he seemed to have figured himself out. They've been able to beat their last couple opponents, and now they're going on facing against UCO, who's also had a rough season, but they're always in the hunt, it seems. If they win this game, they can't make the conference championship, I don't think. Yeah, they're 1-3. There's no way they can make the conference championship. But this is basically a must-win for UCO, and then they have to pray that some teams lose in the conference championship, and it'll give them a chance. But
yeah, I think that this is a major upset alert game. It's Utah Valley needs a whole lot of shit to go wrong in order for them to not get to the conference championship game. But it is the RFCL. We could end up seeing anything happen. And then UCO is doing their best to trigger this play-in game. So while it doesn't really seem like it's super consequential, since Utah Valley is more or less in and Central Oklahoma is completely gone from the conference championship, it's still going to be a good game, and it still has a lot of it.
All right, getting into picks here, Coach Sneak. Who we got in this game?
I hate to go against my future head coach, but I think this is the end of the UCO playoff train. I think UVU ends up pulling it off. You gotta remember how close they played with them last season in the conference championship at the end of that season. UVU had something going. They were able to stop UCO. I think that Martin finally pulls it off.
Yeah, I think to last season, when SUU, they were 0-4, and then they won out until their last game of the season. They were sitting at, or they won out. They were 4-4 in the conference championship against UCO, and they could not score the damn ball, and that's how they got eliminated from playoffs. They could not win that conference championship. But I feel like they have a idea of what they want to do on offense now. Martin, it's his last dance, so to say. He's going to be an AC next season, but I think it's his last dance. He wants to get it done with this team, at least make the playoffs and try and make a run. I think Utah Valley is going to win this game. It's going to be very close. Both teams have so much to play for, but yeah, I just think it's going to be a close game. UVU is going to squeak it out.
Hey, Bucky, just to correct you here, Martin is the OC for Wad, not AC.
What? When did
Yeah,
that
he
get
announced
announced?
it like 2 weeks ago.
I think you just misread it, bud.
Okay, fine. You know what? He last ride as a head coach still stands. How about that?
All right, that works.
I don't think this is Martin's last ride to disagree with my boy Bucky here, but I think that this game is going to be a close one. I don't think that there's really any realm that this game is a blowout. Uh, UCO has a lot to play for in terms of pride and their staff that they've had for such a long time, and UVU is just so close to actually making a difference here as a program. Give me UVU.
Holy cow, y'all are all going UVU. I could make it a fell sweep for UVU here, but I'm not. I got UCO winning in a offensive showdown here. I feel like that UCO's defense kind of had a last week against Montana, allowing 26 points. Even after the game crashing, they still allowed some points. So kind of an off performance from their defense, but I know that Wad, no matter what, will show up if their defense doesn't, as UCO also scored 48 points last week, and they're going to score just as much this week, I believe.
Well, you think about it. 48 points against Montana, 48 points against UVU. It's been scored. I mean, NSU scored 48 or like 50 on UVU earlier in the season.
Scored
so
56.
56, yeah.
Or not 56, 45, sorry,
45.
not 56.
45.
Yeah.
How much did UCO score on possibly one of the worst teams ever in RFCL? 16.
But okay. Awesome.
Got them. They lost.
It'll be a good game. UCO and UVU, I guess Southern Utah, however you want to say it. Both these teams, always a classic when they play. So, I think it's going to be a good game. Probably an offensive shootout. But this next game might be a battle of chewing clocks here. Number 1, App State facing off against number 3, UCA. App State back into number 1 after UCA lost to Endemo last week in a game where we should have lost by a lot more, but got a lot of things to go our way at the end, but not enough to win the game. But yeah, App State sitting at 5-2. Whoever wins this game makes it in the Capital Southwest Division Championship, and whoever loses is eliminated from the conference championship race. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and talk about this one then.
I mean, this is an interesting game. App State, coming off the loss, absolutely obliterated Sneak alone. And then came back and only won by 1 score to Mercer, which, is that a testament to Mercer? Is that a major red flag for App State, who's number 1? It's going to be a good game. A 1-3 matchup to see who ends up making the conference championship feels like an SEC end of season game.
Yeah. Getting into picks here, I can't pick, but these 3 can. Sneak, who we got?
I want to ignore that statement from Rock. If you've seen one clip, and it was, I think it was a play of the game, like
the 80-yard touchdown.
Top plays. One of the top plays of the week. You can see exactly how that game turned out, and that alone was bullshit. But either way, I'm going to go with, regardless of how badly they beat us, they're still my boys. I'm going to go with App. I think they're going to pull it off. I don't think UCA's defense can withstand that Heisman candidate that they got going over there, playing wide receiver and running back.
The jet sweep.
Yeah. It's I think it's going to be a little too overmatched for him.
I mean, that's fair. Overall, this game, UCA is not really known for winning these types of games, in my opinion, and in the past. But I got to go with UCA here. I think UCA is finally going to put together the pieces to finish out a season very, very strong. get into that championship game, and make a real good run in the playoff.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there, Brock. I think that Bucky. I originally was gonna pick App State, but Bucky was like, "Yeah, you pick App State," and I'm like,
I didn't tell you to switch.
Then in the back of my mind, I'm like, is Bucky really gonna go into this game without a game plan? Which, if you game plan for App State, you should be able to compete with them. Unlike we did, I did not game plan for App State. You can tell. If you game plan for App State, though, you should be able to compete with them. And I trust with all of my heart that Bucky is gonna just watch a little bit of film.
Okay, all I said, he said in his picks, all I said was, or he said, I'm going 5-0.
He held me at gunpoint.
He said, no, he said, I'm going 5-0, and I said, well, that's gonna be hard because I'm gonna win. And then he fucking changed his pick.
It was gunpoint.
Outrageous, Bucky.
I didn't tell him. I said I literally do not care who you pick.
Just as
my
cricket.
mom.
He's curating picks. I hate that.
I have his pet donkey.
L.
Under.
Just as corrupt as politicians, man.
So, I have his
Just
pet
as
hamster
corrupt as
under
the computer
capture.
poll. Just as corrupt as the computer poll.
Yeah, true.
Who knows what you're doing to my hamster, man?
I have his hamster in a barbed wire cage, actually. I'll only let him go
like
if you pick my team.
I'm putting the hamster in the fucking microwave.
What?
Yikes.
Next
Oh,
game,
Lord.
number 4. Endemo coming off a huge win against Central Arkansas last week, and Virginia State sitting at number 2. Got a win last week as well. Both these teams heading into a collision course for the final week of the season. I'm pretty sure Virginia State, if they win, they need UCA to lose to make the conference championship, and if Endemo wins, they need us to beat App State to make the conference championship. So, a lot of stuff on the line for both of these teams. If they win, they gotta wait on the other game, or I don't know when I play. I think it's Thursday. So, yeah, we play Thursday. So both these teams will know what's at stake. They play Tuesday, so they play. Whoever wins will be watching our game with strong intent, no matter if they win or lose. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a very good matchup here. A very defensive team of Virginia State against an Endemo team who's figured out a lot of stuff on offense, as well as kept their defense, in line. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. We're going to see Endemo consistently at the end of the season just decides to play wrecking ball and just somehow get in. So I'm excited to see how this one plays out. If it's going to be the classic Endemo squeaking in and causing some havoc.
Because if Endemo loses this game, it's a high possibility they fall out of the rankings and they don't make it. Like, I know conference championship is on the line and stuff, and they're all the way up to number 4, but, like, they're 4-3. If they lose this game, they're 4-4. They could squeak in, but without that conference championship, they could get flown out after conference championship week, depending on who makes it in the other division. But we'll see. Going into picks here, Coach Sneak. Who are we picking? Good pick, Sneak. Yep. All right, I like it.
Hard.
Is he here?
I guess Sneak is gone.
How about this? What?
I got it. I might was having some issues.
That's okay.
I'm gonna go with VSU. I think that Jara's got something good going over there. As much as Endemo's been on a rampage here, they finally got their offense basically held to a halt last week against UCA. So I think that with VSU's defense and how good it is, and how I know how good it can be, I think it'll just be a little too much for Endemo. But it all just depends on, I guess, whether or not Currency is back or if it's going to be Trigger this week alone again. But either way, I think VSU still takes it.
Currency was there last week, but like he wasn't like on control or anything. I think he was just like I don't think he was calling plays, just giving insight to Trigger. So it was basically like a 1.5 coaches there last week. But I think it's going to be such a good game because you got a heavily defensive team that's still trying to figure a lot of stuff out on offense. They don't know if they want to heavily run the ball or try and lean on Cheese McGee. He could make throws at times, and then miss throws at other times. But my opinion, what I saw in Endomo last week was enough for me to justify picking them in this game. They should have scored a lot. Not that they should have scored a lot more points. Is that they probably should have won that game by a lot more. It probably shouldn't have been as close as it is. They have so much momentum right now. They're on like a 3-game winning streak. And I said this like 4 weeks ago. I knew they were gonna go on this huge run, and now it's here. If they win this game, they're basically in the playoffs without the conference championship. If they win, I would think they're in the playoffs with 5 wins. But I think Endomo is going to win this game solely because I just think their offense is better than Virginia State's, and I think Trigger's just going to dice them up here.
There's black magic at Endomo. For some reason, they always make the freaking playoff, and it's annoying. Give me Endomo. I just can't go against that.
Yeah.
Well, you said Endomo has black magic, but I think VSU has it this year. I think it's going to be VSU.
Any reason why? Just because you love Jar or what?
I love Jar.
Fire. Yeah, I love
totally
Jar. I love
feel
Jar
like
too.
going
I love
on that
Jar
route.
too.
I was like, we need a mute Jar. Do we need a mute Jar? He's made other comments. I'm just saying.
Mute John right now.
I don't know. Maybe it's something towards his 2-quarterback system.
Alright, game of the week here for week number 8, last week of the regular season. Coach John and Lake Erie facing off against Coach Brock and Space Force. Both these head coaches are here. No, you got to face the other way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, wait.
Oh, shit. It's mirrored.
Yep, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. Boom. But,
Why I oughta.
yeah.
Jesus, how many idiots does it take to figure out the directions?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to face towards the way that I think it is and forget that I'm looking at something.
Looks like it's this way.
Anyway, is this a bad omen for our game? Is this
Maybe.
just going to be like
It's just
the
gonna
worst
be. It's
game
gonna be a
ever?
0-0 game, and y'all are gonna go into 5 overtimes. But
At that
Don't you
point,
put
at
that evil on me,
point-
Ricky Bobby.
At that point, might as well just let
honestly, just tie it at that point. If it crashes,
I'm not-
honestly,
I'm not
you
letting
guys,
a DS
you guys
convert.
should intentionally make it a tie.
Yeah, but could you force that through?
Yeah,
To
I
where
mean,
it's
if you
gonna-
just take knees a bunch of times and then hope that the game crashes after the 10th
Brock like
overtime,
that.
then it's a tie.
Brock needs a win to make the conference.
Yeah, I need a win.
Okay, well, never mind then.
This isn't.
Yeah, well, Lake Erie sitting at 3-1 the conference, 4-3 overall. If they win, they're in the conference championship, I think. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then Space Force, they need to win this game or else they're eliminated for conference championship contention and possibly playoffs as well. Only 3
Probably
wins.
playoff.
Only
No
3
way I'm making
wins
playoff.
doesn't do a lot.
Same with
Or
us.
3 wins isn't enough to make the playoffs, so if they don't win this game, it's pretty much cooked. But wait, so if Space Force wins, they're in the conference championship?
Yes.
Yep. This is
Damn.
a win and in game.
Damn, winning in
The other
game.
team,
Playoff.
one team is getting in, one team is getting eliminated.
Yeah.
That's how the
Yeah.
game's going.
And the reason we chose this one for game of the week over like 1 versus 3 or 2 versus 4, because UCA and App State might be a win and in game for the conference championship for that side. But if UCA lost that game or App State lost that game, they're probably not eliminated from the playoffs. If whoever loses this game is eliminated from the playoffs, most likely, barring some computer poll cheese, something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Space Force has found their groove. Lake Erie had a close loss last week against UVU, but I think they do have the probability of bouncing back as well. But yeah. John and Brock obviously can't pick, so it's just up to me and Sneak here. Sneakable, what do you think?
This is a tough one to choose from because I mean it's obviously a really good game. We chose it for game of the week for a reason. But I think Space Force pulls off the dub. I think they continue their win streak. They have high momentum. Obviously Barack's figured something out with Arthur Weasley, getting him more comfortable back there at QB. They obviously still have Whopper. And I personally think that it's just going to be a really great game overall. But I think that that Space Force ends up squeaking it out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good game here against Space Force and Lake Erie, two teams that I really like to pick because I just think both of them have had really good momentum this season. Ever since like the fourth week of the season, they've both been winning pretty consistently. But I think Space Force has like too much momentum going into this game, and I think Space Force are going to win because they've really found their stride defensively and offensively. Even though TD hasn't been there for most of the time, Brock's basically been solo. But I really think Space Force is going to win this game, but it's definitely going to be a close one. Alright, well, it's going to be a close game for sure. But...
I'm not chatting.
Yeah.
I'll just show you guys tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, that game is tomorrow, so I don't know who's streaming it. I can't stream it, but NSU versus Mercer tomorrow at 7, and Lake Erie versus Space Force at 8:30. So make sure you guys check those out. If they're I don't know if there'll be someone to stream it, but I know John could just silent stream if needed. So
all access, baby.
Yeah, all access. It'll be streamed one way or another. But I got nothing else. If you guys got anything else for the people, shoot away. Wait, I actually gotta say one more thing. I would say the farther the season has gone, the longer these shows have been. This is without Gerald's segment, War Top 5 Plays a Week, and this was almost an hour.
Thank you, Sneak.
You're welcome.
The time totally flies. It's good talking about
it. Like honestly, dude, like the further the show has gone on, it's just makes it more evident for us to shit talk each other as well.
Oh yeah,
and
so much fun.
It makes it so much better.
Yeah.
There's so much fun shit talking Mercer, especially.
Exactly.
This week,
Yeah, fuck Mercer.
But
even though you guys hopped off the fucking bus, I'ma stay true to my damn words from the moment that I said them. Fuck Mercer.
It's like fuck NSU or fuck Mercer. It's like
I hopped off the bus so that way I can see you get ran over it. Bye. So I'm excited for that.
I hopped off the fuck Mercer bus and then landed in fuck NSUville. So.
Well, that's fine, Bucky. But again, this is why you're in last.
It's fine. I still have a winning record. I'm proud of that.
That's fine. I do have something else to say. Obviously, it's not our Coach's Corner related, but mine and Barack's Goober Dynasty game premieres in about 8 minutes, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. That one was a really good game. We had some drunk kickers, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, we're all in that league, so you'll be seeing more posts about that league soon, which is pretty funny.
Should have the next 3 days.
Yeah, literally.
I just need some games.
Yeah, I'm surprised y'all didn't want my game against FCS Northwest.
Actually, I think I do because you only beat them by 4 points.
Hey, it was hard, dude. It's hard.
Bro, how?
It's hard. It's hard. It's just like Buffalo.
I can see that if you're killing the clock and you've somehow taken up the entire half to score a fucking touchdown.
It's
I
Buffalo.
don't get that.
Dude,
we gotta remember.
Don't you dare put me against Buffalo at all in that dynasty. I'll fucking.
Your ass is getting that next.
No!
You also lost to fucking Oregon State, so you should.
Dude, I was so fucked that game.
Probably let him win.
Anyway, we're getting off the RFCL side.
Yeah,
we're going to our
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Let's get this thing wrapped up.
Let's get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Wad says W Streen. All right, cool. Jot Holly says, or Jason says, RFCL game day or RFL game day was never this good.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. Poor Zachary. Anyways, all right. I'm gone. I gotta go. I gotta be somewhere at 4. So, I'll see you guys for these games this week and for next week. For I don't know how we'll do conference championships because there'll only be 2 games to pick from, obviously. But we'll see. But yeah,
and y'all can't see me obviously, but I'm saluting away too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how about top 10 plays of the year?
True.
Of course, going to be on 5 of those. Right.
All 3 of them, or all 10 of them will be Jake Rogers. Anyways, yeah, we'll see y'all later. Like and subscribe.